Good morning. So this is the meeting as seen through my eyes, or the eyes of somebody who's not in the field or in the same field as you are, or in this field. I don't know the terminologies. I don't know certain things about this thing, but which people who are in this field are just expected to know. And so I think I'm bringing that kind of perspective. So yeah, welcome to day one of the Pacific Regional Hydrological Forum. The first thing that caught my attention and I found pretty cool is that little sentence up there: you cannot manage what you don't measure. And I think that's applicable to everything or a lot of things in our lives. I live in a rural area. It's a flood prone area. We also have water problems. We know the times when the water pressure is going to be low, and so we build our lives around that. And I think there's this, especially with us, the consumers, or the citizens of the country, if you could say it like that. We are I feel that most of the time we are very complacent around this resource, even though this is a very, very important resource or critical resource. Our bodies are made up of 80-70% of water, and so is the earth. But when it comes to water security, other things like that, we do not think about it. We do not worry too much about it. We just take it for granted, I guess, which I think this meeting is pretty cool in the sense that you guys are taking the proactive role in seeing what's needed to be done now to solve issues in the future. And I think that's pretty cool, man. Another cool thing that I'm experiencing in these meetings is that my perspective is continuously being shifted. One is like understanding that since water is this important thing in our lives, we need it to survive, bruh. But there's no one single ministry that governs or looks after it. I think it's because it's so important. It's spread across all these ministries. And saying that, I hope I'm wrong, because I used to work in a very forward-thinking, cutting edge kind of, that kind of environment where they said, we are at the forefront of this thing. That was a radio station, and even then it was the 2010s, but we were using technology from the 1980s and 90s. And I'd hate to, I won't even say it, the government ministries. But anyway, another cool thing I heard from this meeting is for us to understand how water interacts with this environment. And so I thought this quote from Bruce, it's a much longer quote about being like water and how water can changes to suit its environment. This was another cool way to shift my perspective, talking about 15 liters of water, and that equates to a 90-second shower. And as I mentioned earlier, I live in a rural area, and when the water pressure is low, it's still a 5 to 8 minute shower, man. And all that is from day one. I know most of this is surface level for most of you, and I apologize, but man, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, because I see the need for this, and this will most definitely affect me in the future, and possibly the future generations that I will provide this earth. Thank you very much. All the best for day 2.